the volume's all the way up. I just don't have any wipes on me for wipe out. Oh, wait.
Take the blinders off our eyes. We live not just see all colors, see all colors. In the circle of life, be of one grandfather. It shouldn't about who you support or what it is or who you voted for. It's about us, our voice. It's about our voice. Peace and love the right way. Violence is not going to get us nowhere. We're not going to honor Ernie if we go down, burn down buildings and destroy our city for what? Only way we're going to get it heard is through our voice. We got to come together. Because if you only got one person, they're just going to look at you and say, oh, that's one person. If you sign one petition with 1,000 signatures on it, it's only one petition with 1,000 signatures. But when you get 10,000 people, individual people there, praying for what's right with justice, then your voice will be heard. I'm not a politician and I'm not a pastor. I'm a chief of a nation, okay? Of my people. I was asked, the youngest chief, I was asked to give guidance today. And I asked Grandfather that he guides the right words in my heart to say to you guys, I'm not going to fill you with any BS. I'm going to tell you guys the truth. We seek justice for Ernie and a lot of our people. The Red Man, the Red Nation, a lot of us are being oppressed, and you don't get no publicity about it because it's on federal land, and you don't get publicity about our women and children. We're equal. We're all the same. Nobody is superior here. We were put on Mother Earth to protect her and to love our brothers and sisters by the cops. Is that going to bring Ernie back? No, it's not. It's going to hurt those poor people. We're just hurting ourselves. Don't stop. Be against each other and be together firm, side by side, hand by hand, fighting for justice, for the truth, for justice for all of us, no matter what creed you are, no matter who you are. Thank you all. That's all I have to say in my heart. Thank you for having me here. It was an honor. Thank you. Thank you. It was an honor. You guys have a wonderful, blessed day, and let's honor Ernie right. Justice for Ernie. Justice for Ernie. Justice for Ernie. Justice for Ernie, you guys. Justice for Ernie. Justice for Ernie. Justice for Ernie.
What's his name?
Ernie!
What's his name?
Serrano.
Ernie Teddy
Serrano.
No justice, no peace.
No justice.
No justice,
no peace.
No justice, no peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
What do we want?
Justice.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Hey everyone, thank you for being here. We're here to hold a vigil for Ernie Teddy Serrano, who was killed right behind us on December 5th, 2020. At December 15th, part of that. We're here because we want the family heard. And
yes.
Is Maria here?
She's not here yet.
Okay.
Okay.
We would like the family heard on touching about Ernie's life and who he was as a person.
My name is Humberto Guizar. Humberto Guizar with Christian Contreras. We're from the Justice X Legal Group. Let me repeat myself.
Who?
The Justice X Legal Group.
Who?
We are a group of lawyers, Latinos and black lawyers, combined together a coalition fighting against systemic inequality. What happened with George Floyd and the killing of George Floyd recently this year is not an aberration. It's not an accident. What happened with Serrano, with Ernie, he was murdered. You can see the way he was killed, attacked, and brute force.
Yes.
And the deputy that was doing that is a big, muscular, buff guy. Hit him with a baton. It's so obvious that it's excessive force. And for the sheriffs to lie and say he was assaulting someone is already starting on the wrong foot. They should acknowledge what happened, and we want this investigated by the Justice Department. We want to figure out what's going on here. This is an act of racism. I'm going to say it the way it is.
Yes.
This is racism.
Yes,
okay?
thank you.
People are scared to say things like that, but I'm saying it right now. This doesn't happen to people in Sherman Oaks or in the Valley, to white people. If they're in the store, you don't see a cop run up to them and start hitting them with a baton to break bones. You don't do that in America. What's going on? Okay? With the pandemic right now, our people are the ones suffering the most from the pandemic. We're the essential workers. We're the ones serving the food. We're the ones cooking the food. And we're the ones getting beat by the cops. This has to stop. Okay? This has to stop. And we're going to do everything we can to fight this case and get justice for him, for Ernie and the family. I worked on a claim. We're going to file a claim tomorrow, and we're asking for all the video, because there's video in that building. Okay? There is video in that building that will show more of what happened. They choked him out and killed him in there. Okay? And we want to see that. The public needs to see that so that we could know how brutal the cops are to our people. It is our people that are getting killed, and this has to stop. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. One more thing, I'm sorry.
And I just want to say, from the heart, and this is a separate matter, this year I have signed up more death cases than any other year. During this pandemic, the cops are out of control. I don't understand it. And for this to happen in the holidays are a time where we historically are together because it is a time when it's cold. It is a time when we suffer the most. Historically, that's why the holidays are there. Because it's a time for us to celebrate joy and peace. And to have a loved one taken away, it's such a tragic, sad thing. And my heart goes out to the family and to everybody that's suffering right now over the loss of Ernie Serrano. Sincerely. Yes. And he was assaulting someone with a weapon. What you see in the video, he's standing there in the counter, and you see a big buff sheriff deputy pounding on him with a baton, like trying to break bones. You know? If you go back to the Rodney King case, it's the same thing. What is he doing to justify that? What happened to verbalization techniques? Even I could do that better than that. Hey, sir, I want to talk to you. Come here. What about that? How do you go up to somebody that's at a counter buying cookies and start smashing their elbow, breaking arms? That's not the way police officers are trained to interact with people. That's not the way we're supposed to do that. Come on. It's so obvious. So that right there in itself, that video, was a cell phone video. Somebody had the courage to record that. Okay? And that they didn't know that, of course, till later. So I'm sure they're backtracking now, right? Oh, this is what they're gonna say. Oh, I wasn't sure. He might have been reaching for something. Right? We'll see. But I want to see the video from in that building. I want to see the videos that are in there, and they have them, and we're requesting it now.
Do you know what led up to this? They said there was some kind of a dispute with a security guard. Are you just...
Well, you guys reported it. You guys are the media, so you guys covered it, and I saw the media reports, and the media report was that a man allegedly attacked a security guard with a weapon. They were here for assault with a deadly weapon, and they immediately attacked them. They immediately attacked them and started beating them. That's what we see in the video.
That would have been the case.
Did I see something different? Did I see something different? Did everybody see that?
Yeah.
Does anybody see him with a weapon in his hand? No. Anybody see a weapon in his hand? No. So you media reported that he had a weapon in his hand. So why do you guys do that? Why do you guys buy into the cop narrative all the time?
Speak on it.
Everyone, I'm here with the family. I'm one of the lawyers working on the case along with Humberto Guizar and Stephen King. What we saw after the killing of Ernie Serrano is just part and parcel of what the police do in every single one of these cases. They dehumanize us, they lie about us, and they perpetuate lies throughout the media. And the media runs with it. So we're here to dispel any untruths. We're here to tell the truth. And what happened on December 15th, right behind us, was that a man was murdered. Call it what it is. Plain murder. Ernie Serrano was murdered by the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, and then they lied about it. They tried to cover it up, and they lied about it. What really happened was there was an innocent man buying groceries, buying cookies, and he was attacked by 4 deputies. The video speaks for itself. He was not doing anything. He was not posing a threat to anyone. Any report about a fight with the security guard had long been over, even if that's true. Even if that's true, because everything that the Sheriff's Department says is a lie. We can't trust anything they say, because they lie about every single death, every single murder, and this is what happened with Ernie Serrano. So we're here because we want to tell the truth. The truth is that on December 15th, Ernie Serrano was murdered. Murdered in plain sight, and we're asking all witnesses to come together and come to us with any evidence. Because if it wasn't for that video, from the independent witness, who knows what the sheriff would have said. He was reaching, he had a gun, he was attacking deputies. But if it wasn't for that brave witness, we wouldn't have known the truth. And the truth is, and the video speaks for itself, he was murdered. So we're here to fight for justice. We're not gonna stop. We're in the middle of a pandemic, but we're here fighting for Ernie. We're here fighting for the family. He was a brother. He was a son. He was a nephew. We're forgetting that. My name is Christian Contreras. Christian. Last name Contreras. I'm with Justice X.
And the other attorney, sir, your name, if you could spell your first and last name for us too, please.
Sure. Humberto Guizar. Humberto. Guizar. Guizar. Not Guizar, okay? Guizar. It's the Mexican way. All right, and right here I have our other lawyer from our group, Stephen King, another civil rights lawyer that's with us together on our Justice X legal team. He wants to say a few words.
Thank you. Well, I think we all know by now that Ernie Serrano died for no justifiable reason at all. There's just no justifiable reason under the law. And you know, and it's sad because as we stand here today knowing that, the Riverside Sheriff's Department, what are they engaged in? A cover-up. I mean, you'll be surprised at the things they've already told the family before they knew that there was a video. It's sad. And I think what we can all do is make sure the family knows that Ernie didn't die in vain. He didn't die alone. And us together, I mean, our hearts are bleeding, their hearts are bleeding. But we have to wonder why. When Ernie thought he was doing the right thing by purchasing cookies and something to drink, somehow that became a problem. That became a problem for the Riverside Sheriff's Department. Now, why was it? Was it because of his color? I mean, because come on, he didn't reach for anything. He wasn't wearing baggy clothes. He didn't make a furtive movement. He wasn't driving a car in a high crime area. All the things they say about us, right? He's in a store with a debit card trying to purchase cookies and milk, cookies and water, right before the holidays. And then now we find ourselves here. So let's wonder why. I mean, is it really because of what we look like? Well, somebody's gonna have to answer. And that's exactly the agenda here. Because there was no reason for those deputies to do what they did and take away a man's life. And I'm telling you, had this happened in Manhattan Beach or Redondo Beach or Newport Beach, Ernie would still be here. And so we're not gonna stand for that. We're not gonna stand for racism. We're not gonna stand for it anymore in our community and anybody's community. And so the family is welcoming everyone that's here, that's showing that they are not alone. And we're gonna ask for answers. We're gonna ask for justice. No reason under the law. Mark my words, they will pay. And that's why we're here, and we appreciate all of your support. My name is Stephen King, Stephenking, and I'm one of the lawyers that have been fortunate enough to be able to represent Ernie Serrano and his family, and we're gonna bring justice to the situation.
Say his name!
At this time, I would like a family member to speak on Ernie's life, who he was as a person, because as we know, the Riverside Sheriff's Department has just dehumanized him, taken his dignity away, and I would like one of his family members to speak on who he was. He was an amazing individual, and he was very loved.
Hi, my name is Frank Mendoza. I'm Ernie's older brother. I'd just like to say that thank you guys for coming out here today to support him. We really appreciate this. We really appreciate this. My little brother, he wasn't a bad person. He cared about his people. He cared about his heritage. He cared about his family. He always wanted to be around his family, you know. And just to see him die in this way, it's disgraceful. It just really hurts me. It hurts inside. It hurts my family to see that this is how he was taken out. He shouldn't have died before my mother. He shouldn't have had to go through this. And this is just injustice. This sucks. It really does. And it's just so hurtful. It really is hurtful. And I just don't know what else to say, man. I'm just glad that you guys are here. Just for Ernie. Justice for Ernie, man.
Justice for Ernie!
What do we want?
Justice!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
When do we want it?
Now!
No.
Versus protest. Because for our indigenous people, during a time of mourning, we pray. We don't condone violence. So I ask you all today to respect my culture, to respect this space, to respect one another, and to respect Ernie. We're gonna do a prayer right now, and I know some of you guys might not be familiar with our ways, and it might be a little bit different. But this is Michael. He's gonna start our opening prayer.
Hi everyone. Spoke a little earlier. Yes, this is our traditional ways, heritage. This prayer rally means a lot to us because we are honoring our fallen brother, our relative. In our ways, our nation, doesn't matter if you're Seminole, Seneca, Pontiac, Lakota, Pueblo, Mexica, Mayan, we're all to thank you for stepping up and fighting that monster, that ugly monster of racism, of hate. That's ugly. You should not have an ounce of your heart. You call yourself a human being, there should not be an ounce of hate or anger in your heart towards anyone because of color of skin, or what kind of music they listen to, or how they comb their hair, or anything, or what they prefer. Your lifestyle is your lifestyle. The only thing I ask you, don't disrespect Mother Earth. Those of you who are indigenous understand that. You're sacrificing the greater good of yourself for the people. Understanding? So I'm here sacrificing myself for the greater good of Ernie and John's life. With respect to the family. This is a spirit calling song. It goes both ways. It goes for traveling, the truth come out. Because you know what? The truth always surfaces. You can't keep the truth down. The truth will always surface. That's how our ways are. The medicine will get the cops. Believe me, we trust in the medicine. And you know what I'm talking about here. The medicine will reveal itself. It will reveal itself to you guys. Watch. You got you in prayer, brother.
The stun gun.
They tasered him.
And then they choked him to death.
Make another point. All of us see on TV when there's a robbery and they have a video and they right away show it, right? Right away they show the video. Don't they show it right away? No, the suspect got, and they show the suspect with a gun, right? Don't you see it right away? Right away they show it all the time. So why is it that when we have a case where we have video in the store and they were alleging that they murdered somebody, show us the video? Just like to do with the people that are robbing the store. Show us the same type of video. Be transparent. Why won't they be transparent? Why?
Come out.